Intermediate Algebra Section 1.3, Solving Linear Equations in One Variable. For many equations, before we use the addition and or multiplication principles to solve, we must first simplify the expression within the equation. So let's take a look at some examples. In this first equation, we can simplify by combining like terms. We have a negative 14x plus 5x. They're similar terms since they both have x to the first power. So we'll look at the coefficients, negative 14 plus 5, which results in a negative 9x. And once we've simplified it, now we can work on solving for the variable. And the only thing happening to the variable in this equation is it's being multiplied by. To undo multiplication, we will divide not only by a 9, but a negative 9, so that the result is a positive 1 coefficient on our variable. And what we do to one side, we need to do to the other side. The negatives cancel out. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 1 times x is x. A positive divided by a negative is a negative, and 18 divided by 9 is 2. It's always a good idea to test your value, check to see that you do have a correct solution, where we would replace x with a negative 2 and verify that the result is 18. In this next problem, we want to look to see if we can simplify first, and on the left-hand side we do have similar terms, 6x plus 5x. They both have x to the first power, so we'll combine those coefficients. 6 plus 5 makes 11x minus 2 is equal to 4x plus 12. We can't do anything on the right-hand side because they're not similar terms. Next, we want to get the variables on one side of the equation. As long as we maintain equality, it doesn't matter which we do, whether it's a subtract of 4x from each side or subtract an 11x. It's always a good idea, if you can avoid a negative, to do so. So I'm going to subtract a 4x from each side. Otherwise, if we'd subtracted an 11x, we would have had a negative term here. It just seems like we have a higher chance of losing a sign and making an error when there's a negative involved for some reason. Simplifying this, 11x minus 4x leaves us with 7x and the minus 2 that we didn't do anything with. 4x minus 4x is gone, leaving 12. We've simplified both sides as far as we can. We have the variable on one side, and now we're after eliminating everything happening to the variable. And the first thing that we need to do is to undo that subtraction of 2 by adding 2, maintaining inequality. We do that to both sides. The 2's cancel out, leaving us 7x is equal to 14. Last step, undo multiplication with division. And the result, 14 divided by 7, gives us a solution of 2. We have a unique solution here to this equation. To test whether our answer is correct, we replace the x's with 2 and verify that we have a correct solution. If the equation involves fractions or rational numbers, we can eliminate those by multiplying by the least common denominator of all fractions, and in this case the smallest number that all of the denominators go into is 10. So the first step in solving an equation is to eliminate the fractions. In this example, we'll do that by multiplying every term by 10, the least common denominator. So every term got multiplied by 10. 10 has a denominator of 1. So we have fraction multiplication. If we have something common in the numerator and the denominator, they can cancel out. And we have a common factor of 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1, leaving a 2 times 4 times x, or an 8x. We have a 10 over 1 here. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So we end up with a 7 over 1 when we simplify that fraction multiplication. And our last multiplication, whether you think of this as 30 divided by 5 to get 6, or divide top and bottom by 5, 10 divided by 5 is 2, 5 divided by 5 is 1, leaving a 2 times 3, 6 over 1. The fractions are gone. It looks much better and easier to solve. The goal is to get the variable by itself. There is only one variable in here, so we will eliminate the minus 7 by adding 7, the opposite of what's happening. That leaves an 8x plus 0, or 8x equal to 13. And last, to undo multiplication, we will divide, and we end up with 13/8 for our unique solution to this equation.